What's up, family? I'm Real Mike Rob. Make sure you tuning in to the 3 Point Conversion Radio. They got all of it and they keep it funky. Let's get it.
What up? What up? What up? It's your man, Mr. Controversy. Did you miss me? We're back inside the 3 Point Conversion Sports Lounge. And I got my guy with me, a dog on the right of me, my dog Mace. What up, dog?
It's Wednesday, baby. It's NFL draft eve. I'm always emotional and happy during this time, man. A lot of guys, futures, man. Their lives about to change, man. I love it. I love it.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I was kind of disappointed last year as far as it was probably my fault because we went up there. I covered it out there in Detroit when it was very cold. But anyway,
that's Detroit.
And we asked all of the players. What's up, Lisa? We asked all of the players, like, hey, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do y'all think y'all gonna fall as far as crime when you get called up, your name get called? And everybody was like 0, 0. I'm not gonna cry. Nobody cried last year
because everybody cool now. Like so,
and that money too.
I mean, that's what we've taken so much because I mean everybody's journey is documented so much.
Yeah.
Like and then a lot of these guys really truly know where they're going.
Right.
So it's like especially for the top guys, like the guys now, second day guys, third day guys, undrafted free agent guys, when it's nothing like seeing a undrafted guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's especially when he heard that he could go in the fifth, between 4th and 7th round. That last day, the name doesn't get called, but then as soon as the draft is over, their phone start ringing.
Right.
And they get a call and an invite to camp. Those are like, I've been around a couple of my former players who've had that process right there. I just think that's so dope because I mean these guys work so hard, and everybody just want an opportunity. Just invite me to camp.
Yeah,
just get me to camp, and everything else is on you. But I mean, like the guys who get invited to the draft, of course they're not gonna cry or none of that stuff because I mean they know, like, bruh. I've been a pro basically for like the last 2 years. I've been in pro mode for the last 2 years. So yeah, man, I'm good. Yeah. I'm too cool. I'm too cool to cry. Yeah.
And to your point, we started this. We had started this this little program called The Next Level, like maybe 5. When I first got into journalism, this is before we were covering games and all. And the first thing we covered was what is called it was the Tropical Bowl. It was the National Bowl, it was Tropical Bowl. And this is a guy I know. He would always invite people who didn't get invited to these bowl games or these senior bowls or whatever.
Yeah.
He would have a small one in Florida. in Daytona, and we got a chance to write. So I took it upon myself. Hey man, let's go ahead and we're gonna interview these guys, and I'm gonna write a feature story on them and just blast it. And it helped them, but I got to know these guys, you know.
Yeah.
Then the crazy part was when they got their name called, man, to be able to call them guys and share that experience with them. Like you said, some was crying, some was, which I'm like, don't thank me, you did it, but they thanking me, and they, you know, but you could just feel the feeling. Matter of fact, Adrian Colbert, the guy they did a special on for the Bears last year. I don't know if you remember on the Hard Knocks. Remember that guy that was, we did a story on him, and we you know, and we pushed it out. He was from Miami and all of that. So yeah, man. So I feel you though, but hey, I can't wait, man. And hey, I can't wait for us to get going because we got a good show for you all, man. We are talking about, of course, the NFL draft. We're going to talk about the draft, and we got Mr. Cortland Griffin, who writes for the 3-Point Conversion, and the draft analyst. He's going to come on and share his, you know, we're going to ask him and share his opinion on what's going to happen. What up, Vince? What up, dog? And then, all right, y'all know we got to talk about this. Uncle Shay Shay. They killing Unc too, but we got to
Unc killing himself.
Yeah, he killing
Unc
himself.
killing himself.
He killing himself, but yeah, we got to get on that. Also, man, the NBA playoffs have been very interesting, Mace. It's been a lot of blowouts, but the games that are close, it's been very entertaining. I will say, very entertaining.
Been enjoying the playoffs. Been enjoying.
Oh yeah, very, very definitely. And then we got to talk about the Braves, man. They look like they're trying to do something, but Mace, I was there, right in front of them, front, center, the middle, when Brian Snitker said what he said. When that situation with Ronald Acuna, and I cannot believe he said it. I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't even know he was talking because I was so busy the last 2 games. I covered the Hawks, then I missed Saturday. So when I got Sunday, when he was talking about, I'm like, what did he talk? I didn't even know what he was talking about.
Yeah,
but I just know it didn't sound good what he said. But we're gonna talk about that later on. And then we got Ask a Dr. Fowler. We're gonna ask him some questions about injuries. And then we got quick hits, and I'm pretty sure we're not necessarily doing what's on my mind, but we got a lot of stuff that's on our mind, man. So please let your family and friends know to listen to the show live, and look at the show live on the 3-Point Conversion Facebook page, also on the 3-Point Conversion YouTube channel. And yo, man, it's time to get to these quick hits. Let's get it. And first off, man, they announced who's going to play in the Pro Football Hall of Fame game, and that is the Los Angeles Chargers going up against the Detroit Lions. I'm not going to lie, man. The Hall of Fame game, first of all, what's going on, Marlon? What up, dog? It ain't what it used to be, man. You know why I say that? I mean, it's never been a great game, but first of all, football is all year round now. So you know, beforehand you couldn't wait. You was itching to see some type of football.
Guys don't play.
Then it was on Saturdays. Remember, it used to be on Saturday mornings,
on Saturday,
afternoon or whatever.
Yes,
after
Thursday night
now. Thursday night or Sunday night, whatever. It's like
guys don't play. Like they don't play.
Nope, they don't play.
And that's like an extra preseason game. All the second, third team guys. I mean, y'all gonna get hella reps. Reps.
But the funny thing, Marlon, you say for them rookies. What up, Jacob? The funny thing is, we say for the rookies, but if you're a first or second round pick, they probably not gonna play you in that game. Anymore.
No, it's not. That game is not for those guys. No.
Yeah. So. You know, I think they called me up one time and asked if I wanted to play. So, like,
man, how many snaps you got in you? How many snaps you got?
We need some bodies. but yeah, so shout out to those teams, man. And moving on, yo, did you hear about the story with DeMar DeRozan?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
If y'all hadn't heard, was he at an event or a restaurant? I don't know where he was.
Yeah, he was outside.
He was outside.
Yeah.
And some fan came up to him, you know, all willy-nilly and all in his face. And He wasn't trying to have. He put the camera all in his face. And look, Mace, you and I can attest to this. We've been up and close with these athletes. That when you watch it, that's annoying to see somebody just invade your space like that.
People weird. People weird.
Very weird. And they he was in his face, and next thing you know, DeMar told him to get out of his face, and I guess dude didn't want to back up, and next thing you know, we was with his phone, we was just looking up at the ceiling. So
he
put them hands up.
People have to I was at the NCAA track event this weekend down in Gainesville.
Mm-hmm.
Chad Johnson is there. His daughter runs for Kentucky. Chad just want to be a dad.
Yeah.
You know, and I listen, I get it. You know, if Chad didn't want to be bothered, I mean, I'm pretty sure he probably could have asked the coach, get a pass, or just call whoever, and he could have been on the field. But I mean, his people up there, her people up there, and he just wanted to sit down and so from when he walked in till he got over where his people were sitting. I mean, it's just people like Chad, people try to stick a phone in his face, and he's sitting there like, yeah. I mean, come on, you know. But in the same breath, when you present yourself, I mean, it's Chad presents himself as such a people person.
He is, yeah.
But I mean, I've seen Chad in spots where he don't want to be bothered.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
Yes, nothing wrong with that, right?
That's okay. And I just think people sometimes when you see people out, just read the room. Like when they're inviting and they want you could tell when they like, hey, I'm in a good mood. Get your photos and all this stuff there. But he nervous for his daughter. There's a lot of pressure on his daughter. He just want to sit there and not have everybody walk by. Video by that Ocho right there. You know, he ended up, somebody gave him a towel. He put the towel over his head. And it's just like, man, it can be much, man.
Hey.
Yo, and that's true, Marlon. You gotta read the room on these guys.
You gotta read the room. Hey, I was at the playoff game, at the play-in game. You know, they were playing Miami. Well, I thought Zoe was about to go into playoff mode on somebody, dog. It was this little kid was trying to get little kid was trying to get his autograph. Yeah. I don't understand why they do that at stadiums where they sit, because Pat Riley and they sitting in
they sit right behind the bench in them seats right there.
Yeah, and I'm like, with the fans. I don't understand.
Yeah, they sit like it's like the first two rows are like reserved for like personnel. Yeah.
Right. And so they were like, so the guy was looking, I'm walking up the stairs, like walking about to walk past him, but the little guy was right in front of me, like on the side of Zoe. And you could tell his parents like, go ask. He looking at his parents. Zoe, man, when Zoe was looking at that joker like he was Larry Johnson, dog, man, bruh, I thought he was gonna swing on that little kid. I felt bad for him. And I understand he didn't want to be bothered. And he told him no. And somebody else Zoe had his look. And I'm like, y'all can't read the room. Forget this. Read his face.
Yeah. But it's crazy because again, you know this. We're there. Get to games super early. Get there super early when they're mingling and they're around. Once the game is about to tip off, like they're at work. They're in that mode. So yeah, man, leave
them alone, dog.
Leave people alone.
Leave them alone, man. Let them have it, dog. That's all I'm saying. Alone. And then last but not least, the NCAA is trying to get involved as far as the NIL, what the transfer portal. Well, I guess NIL. The NIL. NCAA has proposed to implement to the Power 4 schools a $20.5 million cap and have direct players go straight to the fans. Direct deposit and the pay and go straight to the fans. Mace, I told you they were going to try to get involved, and they probably felt like, and they probably had this under wraps a long, long time ago. They were waiting for the right time to push this over. As soon as the stuff happened with Nico, it came. I said it. I knew it was going to happen, man.
Yeah.
And
but they too late. They too late.
I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, it's too late.
It's too late, NCAA. When you guys had a chance to ride roughshod over this whole idea, you sat back and said, hey, let the schools handle it. Again, in 2 years when this new TV contract comes around, Power 4 schools are going to pull away from the NCAA because they don't need them. They don't need the NCAA. This thing is going to be structured like the NFL. You're going to have it. You're going to have conferences. You're going to have, probably the top 50 teams. If you can't afford to be in it, I mean, whatever. You're going to play FCS, Division 2, whatever. But the Power 5 people are moving on. Like, they don't need the NCAA for nothing. The NCAA knows this. Like, it's over with.
What you say? What you say the other day? You said now that they have what did you say? Not they have GMs now. So,
dude, bro, everything is structured like the NFL now. Everything.
It's crazy.
NCAA, too little, too late. But it cat out the bag, hay out the barn, all that.
Let me ask you this: as long as players been asking to get paid and all of that, when the opportunity came about, or not even when it came about, when you were thinking about if it could happen, did you ever envision everything and how it's going now as far as like and I mean, of course it wasn't a transfer portal then, but as far as just how money just took over.
Oh yeah, no, football. I didn't see it. I didn't see players getting rich in college. Right. I did see a situation where, again, I just thought they were gonna do like a layered structure system. Right. Cap at senior cap, junior cap, sophomore cap, freshman cap. That way, just to keep a competitive balance. Just keep a competitive balance in your locker room.
Right.
I mean, dude, Juju is on campus at Colorado with a Lambo Urus. He got a Lambo and a Cybertruck at 18. Right. I mean, if you the other quarterbacks in the room, I mean, you just salty to get the kid that's from Liberty. He got to be looking like, well, damn.
Right,
damn, right. I've been to school 4 years. I got a Honda Accord. Like, right. It's crazy, man. I didn't envision college players being super rich, but a lot of these guys are. I mean, you got a lot of these guys are millionaires in college.
If not just that, but because we were thinking maybe like a couple of thousand, 100,000, whatever. But not just that, the fact that not even that, I thought maybe 30,000, 20,000. But the fact that they have GMs and
dude, go to any Power 5 school and look in the parking lots. Go to the dude. Just on the University of Florida's campus. So Ben Hill Griffin Stadium is right here. The track and field spot right here. Right behind it is where the basketball team stays. Paper tags in the parking lot on like 5 vehicles. New whips. So, I mean, life great for college kids. I was born way too early. Shame on my parents. Shame on my parents. No, my bad. Shame on their parents. Right. It ain't their fault. Shame on their parents. Like, yeah, it's wild, man. What a time, dog. What a time for these guys.
All right, man. Well, that wraps up quick hits. And this is what everybody's been waiting for. I know Vince is waiting to get at this part. So the hot topic is here. And man, what you say earlier when we first started the show, Mace, I said it was killing Unc, and you said,
Man, Unc doing this to himself, dog.
look, y'all, I don't know what's going on, man, with Unc and the situation. And not even, you know what? And it's not even the fact that this situation is ridiculous. And we're gonna get on it, but just the simple fact that you remember how we talked about who would you follow a long time ago? We was like, who would we follow? If at this point, I'm following Unc because Unc is always in some mess, dog. The John Morant situation,
Yeah, man.
the live call,
Yeah,
this situation.
dude. I mean, we just got to rewind it back. If you just watch Nightcap, if you a regular watcher of Nightcap,
Yeah.
sometimes him and Chad's a lot of cringe conversations they have.
Yeah.
And you know, not just it's just like so many these guys are talking so much. And I just think, you know, it's your own platform, isn't it? They just get so loose. And it's just like, dude. So some stories just need to go to the grave.
Mm-hmm.
Certain conversations you don't have to have, you know. But this is where we are. This is where we are. This is why I don't text people. Like, if you text me, I'm probably gonna call you back. I'm just saying, I'm like, no, but
no. Tell the truth. No, you lucky if he answered, whether it's a call or I'm glad I didn't moved up. I got like 15 numbers from Mace. I got him not like Mace 3, Mace this and that. I'm like, I look at Glaze like, how you get in touch with Mace? He's like, man, Mace always doing that, change the number, and I'm like,
no, yeah. I do.
So hey, I'm with you. I understand you. He's not lying, y'all.
Ralph, I couldn't even imagine like just being those. I mean, again, and it's almost like they've had so many crazy conversations, and now I mean you're seeing it right here. Like when they talk about relationships, you know, Unc be talking about, you know, he chasing a porn star. He do you like why are you telling everybody that?
Yeah, why are you telling everybody? And
here we are.
And I think he's getting to the point where I don't know if he think he's invincible. Not like with the situation. I mean, we don't know everything. You know what I'm saying? And what he's saying. So I'm not saying because I believe what she said. No, but it's just a simple fact of why are you putting yourself in these situations? And when I say in these situations, you're dealing with a little girl, or young lady. I'm sorry, a young lady. But it's like, bruh, she not even. Her mind is not there. So
your kids are older than her, dude. I have a simple rule of thumb. My oldest daughter is 25. You have to be 10 years older than my daughter for me even like you out. Girl gone.
Yeah.
And court. So so if he was just doing his podcast, if he was just doing Nightcap and Club Shay Shay, okay, dude,
right?
You work at ESPN,
yeah, exactly.
You work for Disney,
dog, Disney,
and you know they have to take, because see their brand is broader than Nightcap. And they got sponsors and they got, shareholders, and they got people that they have to answer to. And if the money, if the people who cut the check, and we already know in that business, ESPN may have to lay off a lot of people,
right?
Because of viewers and whatever the case. Dude, if the right, just say our biggest sponsor is like whoever. If they like, we can't rock with that. Like every time he's on camera, like for our brand, it doesn't work. Like, no, we have to pull our check. So I mean, it's like if he was just doing his stuff, Ralph, then you just be like, man,
that's the biggest thing is like,
now he has a boss at his daytime job.
So you said it. That's the biggest thing is the fact that now you're not on Fox, you're on Disney. They already gave you a warning or just all right, dog. We're gonna
slap on the wrist.
Yeah, we're gonna give you this, and now you do this. Here's the thing, though. And again, I don't think, and I think Mace agrees with me. It's not that we're getting on. We believe what she's saying. No, you're putting yourself in situations.
It's the situation.
Yeah.
Why everybody at this office? Why your name keep coming up and stuff?
And that's the problem.
Why did it's 300 people in this office. 300 people in this office. We've had to talk to you now a second time.
You had to come in and make apologies or come in and talk about a situation. We had to take time on our show for you to have the floor just to apologize.
I mean, Stephen A. had to come out and he had to do a special show to address it. And he, like he said, listen, yeah, I'm the executive producer. I got a boss. Whatever happens, it won't be my decision because it's not my decision.
So that's why he did it, right? For that reason.
Yeah, he had to do it because Stephen A. brought him there.
Yeah, right. This is what I didn't like what he said, though. To me, this is like, it was almost on some sucker type stuff. If that's your boy, when he was saying that, I didn't have a problem with that, like you said, because he had to. I felt him when he was like, I'm a little bit torn. And I know he's giving his opinion, but at that point, dog, Stephen A., that's like, if you do some stuff, of course, I gotta address it because it's a 3-point conversion. Yeah. But if I'm gonna get on, like, do I believe him? I don't know. I mean, because what I'm not gonna do that. They don't need to know that part. To me, that part was like,
but Ralph, we know when they're in TV and all these things, like say, because he brought up the president. He talked about this. He threw his name out there a couple times. So they kind of, that's your platform, but they cut the check,
right?
And hey, you need to say XYZ or no. That's what happens.
You think Stephen A. was doing it so he was like, hey, I ain't got nothing to do with this.
He had to. No, because again, they're looking at you.
Right.
They're looking at it. Now it's just like
no, I wouldn't, Jacob.
No, it's just like if now I got a partner who, like, he coached at this big time university. I recommend this kid, hey, booms. He gonna take my word. Sight unseen, boom.
Right.
Kid get to campus, he god awful. So he got it every day, and they send him in like, hey, now how did this kid get here again? And my
they do that too. They slick with they don't just say this is your fault. They're gonna say, bruh, so wait, who? Yep.
Listen, I'm telling you what I know from experience. And they look at you, and then your partner, he like, hey man, don't you ever in life refer another kid to me, because I'm getting killed in this office every day. It kill your credibility.
Yeah, it does.
It kill your credibility. So yeah, I mean, he got to be there because again, they probably whipped him so bad, and then I was like, dude, you done had all kind of co-hosts. None of them have been called to the provost office.
And I don't care if they're good or bad. None of them.
That's what I'm saying. Because, dude, when do your distractions outweigh your productivity? At some point, now I have to sit here and be like, because again, the phone probably ringing. Phone probably been ringing all day. What y'all gonna do? What you gonna do? Well, I'm gonna pull my check. We know how big business operate. We know it.
Right. And the good thing that, well, this is not the NFL, so that's good. So that's not like, I don't care, just the fact that your name is in it, we're gonna let you go. But at the same time, it is Disney. But it's like, and I think right now, shout out to my guy Tyler Butler. He was saying this. He brought up Pierce, and he was saying how Paul Pierce was like, they let Paul Pierce go for that. Now you kept for the live incident. But I'm like, I hear you, but I mean, Paul Pierce, he was looking in the camera. Look what I got. He was wilding.
He was high. He was high.
Yeah, he was there. He was wilding.
But right, we've seen this NFL Network when they got rid of Falk, when they got rid of Warren Sapp,
Right.
when they got rid of Michael Irvin, they gave them guys time and time again. Steve Smith had to miss the NFL Combine, and they still kind of like, okay, yeah, you can't go do that. Go work their pro day. Well, it ain't gonna be a whole lot of cameras, and even when you at the pro day, still not gonna give you no NFL Network flag. You're there. We just gotta know these companies, these corporations, these conglomerates, they gotta read the room, because again, when you start making them look bad, they like, hey man, you know what?
Hey,
it's another dude out there that we can hire.
But I was gonna say what Court said something. This is what I was saying earlier. Today is the problem lies, like when Tyler tried to compare Paul Pierce situation. I said another thing is, just like Cortland said, I was like, the fact that I'm gonna put what he said. You got somebody now who can bring just as many viewers as Stephen A. And the funny thing is, to be honest, before Aunt got there, that show was plummeting. Like everybody's watching the show on Fox. But now he came, so it's like you said, it's that hard decision. Like, what are we going to do? I believe they're going to try to wait it out. And the only thing that might be in his favor is you got that slime ball Busby, him handling this, and then the fact that
Kyle Buzz was slime.
Oh, that dude's a slime ball, dog.
Hey, he got them girl paid for Deshaun Watson, so
he did, but he I'm gonna say, because it's like, dog, why?
But that's the business they in.
That is, and you know what? You know what? You're right. That's his job, so I'm not gonna call him that, because he's a lawyer. You got to defend whatever.
Right.
That's
and
it's working
think
for him
about
too.
Ralph. His mode of operation has always been, hey, this is game plan. Hey, got this info. Blah 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 blah. Hey, we're asking for, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you don't want to settle. Well, and then here come all this stuff. I mean, he did the same thing with the Deshaun. Now he ain't had nothing on Jay-Z.
Right.
He ain't had nothing on Jay-Z. But like, this has been his business for long. He's won a lot of cases.
Yeah,
for a lot of people doing this. Like when the Deshaun thing had, oh man, Deshaun ain't did that. Deshaun settled. Yeah. So I mean, again,
And I think he
We
was
got
smart
to
with
just let
that.
it wait out. You just said it. Now let it play out. Don't rush the judgment because a lot of times you take one side, then you be around here like, nah, you don't know what people will do. And I mean, he even said himself, listen, if y'all gonna release it, Shannon said, I wish I had the tape.
Right.
I release it.
Yeah. It was like, see, there you go. But I get it, but dang, dog. That's what Stephen A said. I don't know if the lawyer's talking. He's like, because when he said that, Stephen A said, I was like, oof. But that's, I mean,
because Stephen A got lawyers as well, and pretty sure before he went live, they covered every basis. Hey, we sticking to these 4 bullet points. Bam, bam, bam. Get in, get out. Get in, get out. We're not fielding we're not gonna read no comments and none of that. Matter of fact, we cutting the comments off. We just gonna let you talk and we out.
Yeah, and you know what? I will say this. With like you said, with Deshaun the situations, I talked to a lawyer and they said that's the best way to handle it because when you get too much bad press, even if it's just that one lady who messed up, when there's too much bad press, you have to settle. Like all these big people, they don't settle because they wrong. They settle because, hey, we just need to shut them up. It's getting too big now.
Yeah, you don't want your name
Yeah.
continuously drugged through the mud.
Right. You don't.
Man, but listen, Marlon, but we can say this about Stephen A. Stephen A don't get caught up in no mess like this.
That dude is private.
One thing you ain't gotta ever worry about is Stephen A catching cases like this or crazy stuff like this.
Yeah,
because he stay guarded because he understand. Look, I'm here. But I remember what it was like over there. I don't want to go back over there. No.
Mm-mm.
Crazy times, man. Crazy times.
Crazy. Well, so like you said, we'll see what happens, man, and we'll
let it play out.
Yeah, let it play. But hey, real quick, everybody talk about Busby and all that. I call him slime ball. You're right. But let some stuff happen. I'm at a game and I get first joke I'm calling. let
be like, man, who be getting the money?
Let me call him.
I need Tony Busby, Houston, Texas. Okay.
Real.
Crazy times we in, man. Like I say, I don't want to be famous. I don't want to be famous, dog.
I always say it. Everybody say, man, you need to be. Nope, I ain't got to be famous. I'm straight.
Like I say, any girl, young lady, woman text me talking crazy, I'm gonna call you. Man, what you talking about?
Right.
Yeah, what you talking about? Yeah, nah. No exchanges because 5 years from now, 7 years from now, you ain't gonna be screenshotting me and be putting no time from receipts. You ain't got no receipts.
Mm-hmm.
Receipts you gonna have on me is like, I wear size 12. Man, them 8s came out. I'm 5. You got them MS95s? Yeah, that's how you.
I don't even be in them DMs like that. Like I've never or met like, hey, you looking? Nope. Nah. So yeah, and then I put a disclaimer every time I say something. It'd be a disclaimer. You know,
if I'm in your DM, I'm asking where you got them shoes from. What color is that? Because I got some Nikes match that. And why the hell Lululemon cost so much? I send that more than anything.
Oh man,
why do Lululemon cost so much? I got a $50 Lululemon gift card. Can you get a T-shirt? Like what?
Hey, real quick, man, before we bring over the next guest, man, shout out to I just saw McMichael, just Steve McMichael for the Bears just passed away.
Who?
Hold on. Yeah, the Bears OD tackle.
Oh, okay.
Michael,
I thought you talking about a young, and I was like, Lord have mercy.
No. Man, shout out to him, man. Wow. But yeah, so All right, man. So I do famous for 400 Alex, right? Well, speaking of court, it's time to talk NFL draft, man. And we got this guy to come on, man. He draft analyst, and that was too late now, but we put it up. I mean, when I say it's too late, if you can still go read it, if you got time to read all of them, but you go to, or you could go and read your favorite team. We put him out. He wrote draft analysis for every team in the NFL. Just, for the upcoming draft, man. So what they need and everybody else. So we need to go ahead and bring him on. My guy, Mr. Cortland Griffin. What up, bro?
Man, not much, man. Living the life. What's up, Mace?
Big dog, what's happening?
Man, we living, man.
This Christmas Eve for you, big dog. This Christmas Eve.
Man, yeah. Been waiting for Santa Claus to come down the chimney for a while now.
Yes, indeed. This your time.
And it's a double whammy because my guys, hopefully, we land the next man up.
So I'm glad you said that because and Vincent, my bad, Steve McMichael, my fault. Remember Mongo, the defensive tackle for the Bears, number 76. But I wanted to ask you, Court, speaking of him, what is the feeling in Tennessee? Just around the city, the fan base, the fact that y'all got this number one pick. I understand earlier it was like, all right, let's not screw this up. But now it's looking like you hear a lot of talks. I mean, it's line season, but still you hear a lot of talks that y'all are keeping the number one pick and so on. So what is the talk around that as far as getting possibly Cam Ward?
I mean, I would say the air around the city hasn't been this, I would say, hectic or like optimistic since Vince Young. Like it's that, and it might be a little more palpable than that. Of course, when we drafted Marcus, or when they drafted Marcus, I should say, keep it professional. But
you in Tennessee, yeah. But go ahead. You live in the city.
But
I get it. Go ahead, yeah.
when Marcus was drafted, it was kind of like the uniform pick, right? It was Ken Wisenhunt, offensive minded coach. You kind of know why he was hired. They're picking Marcus Mariota. This is like, hey man, this dude is special. We haven't had this kind of and seen this kind of playmaker since number 9. And that's kind of what the fans are kind of, and I don't agree with throwing that kind of weight on the kid's shoulders. But
I understand. I understand.
Understanding the weight, right? Vince got that weight put on him, and of course, Steve met his demise, a short time later, which kind of took his toll on the franchise as well as him. But this is, I think, where you're kind of seeing some 26 years later of the inaugural season of the Tennessee Titans, and you're seeing a guy now be able to walk through the door and kind of have that same impact on this franchise as Steve did.
Court, I gotta keep it Tennessee because I gotta ask a question about a guy who I was super wrong on. I think he's running out of chances. Mr. Burke, what is the deal with Mr. Treylon Burke up there, man? What's the problem?
I think it's 3. I'm gonna keep it to 3 bullet points for him. One, it's how he got here. That's the first, right? You trade a guy who you can argue it was on his pace to be the greatest wide receiver to play in the uniform. And you drafted him. It wasn't like you drafted him in the 2nd round,
right?
Or drafted him in the 3rd round.
The replacement.
You literally got that pick, and then said we're drafting him to be AJ Brown or to be someone similar. And so it's how he got here. It's with covering the team the last 2 years, being able to see him up close and personal, he's a workout warrior. In practice, shorts and t-shirts.
Yeah, look the part. Look the part.
Moss. It's Mossing.
Our airport team.
Yeah, man. It's bro. It's one-handed catch. It's pretty, sideline, cradle the ball, falling out of bounds. And it's like, man, this dude right here, that's it. That's what it looked like. That's the number one receiver.
Right.
And then a knee injury happens. And then out of shape happens. And then walking into camp at 260 pounds happens. And it's just a trickle down effect that it's kind of like, do you really care about football as much as this organization feels like you should? And then the third one is, we've had guys come in and do more than you as a first round pick, right? As fourth round, fifth round journeyman. And so I think ultimately, fifth round, I think the 5th year option thing is out the door. Because they got until the first, I believe, to pick it up. So like that doesn't look like a possibility. Just going to put my Titans reporter hat on really quick. That doesn't look like a possibility right now. They haven't really talked about it.
Can't blame them.
But go ahead, Ray.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But I think ultimately, with how this draft could fall for the Titans, you're looking at possibly them taking 2 receivers that will push him out the door. So, yeah, man, it's rough for him.
I was going to ask, just quick answer. Marlon was asking, is he a victim of the money?
No, and I'll say this: covering him coming out of Arkansas and kind of evaluating coming out of Arkansas, it was some of the same things, right? There was questions about how much does he love football? How much does he really care?
Yeah.
When the physicality, when the rubber meets the road, and you have to play in the physical games, right? He shies away from it. He doesn't play up to his size, and you see that in the NFL. So I don't think he's a victim of money. I think the pressure got to him. I think you coming from Arkansas, where you were the biggest thing since your boy Darren McFadden left.
No doubt about it.
So you were the biggest thing for that, and then you kind of came into a situation where that was now thrust upon you. You're now filling the shoes of a guy who, like I said, was on pace to be the greatest thing to wear a uniform as a receiver here. And I think the pressure got to him. I don't think he's a victim of money, because it's not like he's the highest paid receiver in the league. Right. You didn't live up to the hype of being a first round pick.
And just the fact that the guy, like you keep saying that the guy they trade him for, who could have been the greatest there, and he's doing great things in Philly. So it's like, so it makes sense. I want to take it national now. Mm-hmm. Travis Hunter, we don't know where he's going. We hearing Browns could take him, New England could take him, so on. Where do you think he goes?
I'm settled on him going at number 2. I think it's the perfect landing spot for him. Quite honestly, if you look at it, him going to New England, I don't think that's a good fit for him. And the reason I say that is because Mike Vrabel, having covered him closely, that's a hard coach to play for. Right. If people thought Belichick was hard, and I ain't gonna say he's as hard on players as Belichick was, I think Belichick is still one of the hard-nosed guys, and shout out to him in North Carolina. But I think playing for Vrabel, he's gonna make him play a certain style that I don't think fits him. Right. And they're gonna run the ball. They're gonna be physical. He has to block. That's not Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter's a playmaker. Travis Hunter's a guy that makes plays. He's used to being around the ball and kind of operating in space on both sides. And I think with Cleveland, because I see him as more of a receiver, personally.
I agree.
I think he's a better receiver than he is a corner. I think he's very scheme-like as a corner. You go to Cleveland, you don't even have to worry about playing defense, except for in a pinch, because you got Denzel Ward, you've got Newsome, you've got
loaded secondary.
Emerson. They don't need defense. They need somebody who can play alongside Jerry Jeudy and go make plays. Put number 12 out there and let the quarterback go find them. And so I think that's the perfect situation for him. My only question with Travis Hunter is I need people to start tempering back some of the hype, because the issue with him and evaluating him is he's not the best receiver in the draft. He's not the best corner in the draft, but he's damn good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but I think number 2 is where he lands, and I think you're stuck in a hole if you're a team that wants him, because if you trade out the top 5, it's a possibility you ain't gonna get him. So it's take him when he's there and hope that he pans out. I think he's the biggest boom or bust potential guy in this class.
Court, I like the word you just used, because I've basically, through all the draft work I had to do, I think the 2 biggest gambles in this draft, one, Jalen Milroe, and the other guy, Ted McMillan, the receiver out of Arizona. Talk about both of those guys.
Oh man, Ted is fun, man.
Yeah.
Ted is fun. I have his floor, and just walk with me here. Have his floor as Drake London. I think if the lowest he'll ever be is a Drake London style guy, right? A jump ball guy, playmaker, can go get the ball. Pseudo like maybe he's a number 1 out of circumstance. Not saying that Drake, if you're watching this, brother, I'm not crapping on you.
I like the comp. No, I like the comp. That's what I got him as. Yeah.
And then I think at his peak, I think he could be Larry Fitzgerald. Like I think that's what he could be. I think he can be a 13 to 14 year solid pro receiver. Go get it done. He doesn't have to be the most athletic guy. His skill set lends itself to when his athleticism, leaves him. He can still go and he can still go out there and get you 50-50 balls and clean up some of his route running. But it's rare that you find a guy who's 6'5", 6'4", 6'5", 215 to 220 pounds with wiggle like that can go get 50-50 balls like he does.
Yeah.
And I think he's a safe pick. I think he's a very safe pick in this draft. Milroe, I just don't see it. And here's the problem with it, right? I juggle with it. Last year, people like Bama fans were hitting me hard because they were like, man, you don't know what you're talking about. This kid is special. He gonna be this. He gonna be that. Man, I'm telling you, you must not have watched Bama football. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, all right, I'm a watch. And last year, I was like, well, he didn't do much, right? And then this year, under Kalen DeBoer, I got it again. Oh man, Kalen DeBoer, his offense is made for quarterbacks, and he regressed. And I said it. I was like, man, first 4 games of the year, I was like, hey, bro, I might have been wrong. Jalen might be that dude. Let me temper it back. Cortland might have to eat some humble pie. And now I'm looking at it, and I'm like, yeah, nah, he ain't it. But I'll give this silver lining. Put him with the right coach, with the right system, where he doesn't have to play immediately. He can be. Not saying he's going to win 2 MVPs. I'm not saying he's going to be a unanimous MVP. But he can be similar to what Lamar Jackson is right now.
I agree.
Right, in the right system. Throws a beautiful deep ball, athletic, can't touch him in the phone booth. He's strong as an ox. He's built like a tank. Yeah. Like seeing him up close at the combine, I was like, that's a linebacker. That's not a quarterback.
It does not look like a quarterback.
That's not a quarterback. Saw him at Super Bowl Media Week. And here's what's crazy, Mace. Saw him at Super Bowl Media Week. I was standing behind him. And I was like, who linebacker is this? Like, I'm trying to, you know what I mean? My wife is like, okay, Courtland. She's like, Courtland, who is this? He looked like he important. And I was like, I don't know. And I'm trying to like be inconspicuous to like move around, just try to see with his face. I'm like, oh snap, that's Jalen Milroe.
Big dude, huge dog.
He's huge. So, I think the perfect landing spot if I had to comp Milroe to a team. Man, I would probably send him to the Rams or the 49ers. Get him with one of those 2 coaches that just know how to groom quarterbacks,
That's right.
put them in a quarterback-proof system where we've seen guys excel and see what you got. Because at worst, Kyle Shanahan's not going anywhere, and Sean McVay probably not getting fired until he gets ready to retire.
Yeah.
So
they good. They both
they
good.
can take a flyer on him in the second, third round, and it's kind of like, all right, we trust you.
Right.
And if he excels, you look like a genius. If he busts out,
You know who else? I know we gotta let you go, Corey, but you know who else I could see him going to? But I mean, it's not the perfect situation because they already have a quarterback. But the perfect coach, I would say, probably in the NFL right now, would be Harbaugh. We've seen this. We've seen him do this.
Yes.
And the quarterbacks that probably weren't as good, even though they were good in college, weren't as good, or didn't look as good at first in the NFL. You look at your Alex Smith, how he was able to use all his skill set. And of course, Kaepernick, all of his skill set. And then once they left or they weren't with him no more, you didn't really see them do well, or have the same success that they had under the Harbaugh. So it's like, but of course they're not getting him because you got that
the dark horse
room over there.
I'm gonna tell you too, the dark horse, man, is the Cowboys. And I kind of been toying with that situation down there because Dak Prescott probably is not going to get another contract down there. Honestly, it's not looking too hot for him, right? And that situation is kind of volatile. So if you take a Jalen Milroe, you groom him for the next 2 years up under Dak Prescott, while Dak is being the cemented starter for at least the remainder of his contract. You pop out Jalen Milroe and you see what you got. I think that's a great situation because CeeDee Lamb's going to be in his prime, part of his prime. They probably draft a receiver, maybe a Tetairoa McMillan Mace, it may be a Matthew Golden, right? You build that offense and you flesh that team back out, and you might have something on your hands there. This is one of those drafts, man, outside of the top 2 picks.
Yeah.
Dude, anything goes. It's a wild west draft right now. So
Boy, we're gonna find out how good your scouting department and your GMs are in this draft. We're about to find out.
7:00 tomorrow, man.
We gonna see, as they like to say. We gonna see.
We're gonna see. And if not, hey, they can hire me.
Right. But look, man, we gotta let you go. You already know how I ain't gonna get emotional or nothing like that, like I usually do, man. It's just looking at Court, man, just watch him do what he do, man. It's just every time he just something like a proud big brother, man. I don't know if you know it, but every time I don't say it much, but I'll be smiling, and that's my guy. That's Court. Yeah.
The man
it's
working.
fun, man.
The man be working.
So I'm just happy for him, man. But all right, man. So we definitely gonna bring you back after the draft, man. We
for sure.
So we can find out what's going on and be
we can be yelling and screaming like, man, fire the whole staff.
hey, Mace, remember last year when I was telling y'all when Atlanta was like Super Bowl, I said, hey, bro, I might want to.
Yeah, you did. You did. So we definitely gonna have you back, man. All right, man. So we'll talk to you because that was, you sure said it too.
Swag serving at 6-3. I ain't gonna never let the Falcon fan forget how they treated me leaving Mercedes-Benz Stadium when they were 6-3 after they beat the Cowboys. I ain't gonna never let them forget. I might drop a video tonight.
Hey,
man, remember this? This how y'all did your boy. Yeah.
Did I set him up? Hey, did I set him? I think I set him up, dog. And I apologize when I asked him about it the second time about the swear. Hey, man, that was on me. When I asked you, I feel like it's part of my fault. But
everybody invite Kurt to the cookout. They even tell him he can bring the potato salad. They don't care about the raisins, man. Just
man.
Kurt coat chains. But y'all turned on Kurt so fast, boy.
That's how they do, man. But yeah, man. But all right, Court, man. We appreciate it, man. Like I said, we'll talk to you.
Keep up that good work, big dog.
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all, brother.
Yes, sir. Oh, that's
all right, man. Yeah, brother.
I ain't gonna never let them forget, dog. I ain't gonna never let them forget.
Never. Man. Well,
Yeah.
look,
I might go to my November 3rd file and pull up a video because everybody treated their boy bad. Everybody treated
They
their boy
did,
bad.
dog. They did.
They were
They
6-3, and on top of the word, they said, "Ain't no way."
did. Marlon. Ain't no way.
Marlon, remember they said, "Ain't no way the Falcons. The division is on lock." I said, "Damn."
They said it.
City on fire.
Said it. They said it.
Well, okay. Well, how'd that work out? Oh.
Well, look, man, it is now time for the most infamous, the most famous stop it segment. Let's get it. I'll go first, Max. You probably got it.
Yeah. I'm sick of these people. I'm sick of these people.
Let me pull up, man. I'm sorry. So my stop it, because I had to hold on. My stop it goes to, you can pick any of them, any Nico or whatever, but we're gonna go with the GM. Because the GM had the nerves to say, I think I did a great job this year. Say that one more time. The GM for the Dallas Mavericks said that he thinks he did a great job this year.
He did. He helped the Lakers.
Stop it.
He helped the wrong team.
Lakers like, hey, yeah, you're right. Look, Lakers like, oh, you sure did, dog. You
stay right there for me. I'm gonna pile on right quick on top of him. Then he had the nerve to say, I didn't know Luka was that popular with the fans.
Stop.
What other jerseys are you selling inside that arena?
Right. Bro, what? All you see is 77.
Pack him up.
Laugh.
The ugliest number in basketball, that's all on the jersey you see in that arena.
The ugliest number in basketball. You're right.
Pack him up, man. Pack him up.
Wait, before you go, Marlon got to stop it. We let the fans get their stop at him. Marlon said Ant-Man gets a stop it by having a meat measuring contest with the fans.
Marlon, get out my notebook, Marlon, because I'm giving Ant-Man a big stop it. I started to feel like I'm piling on Ant-Man. Anthony, the cameras are always rolling, sir. You are like that.
Right.
Why are you going back and forth with people in the crowd? As soon as you start talking, everybody pull their phone out. I done seen like 16 versions of this video. Mm-hmm. And it's all clear. All these new phones got these microphones, all this stuff. Give him one more stop it, man. See, you making Atlanta Public School look bad.
Stop
man.
it.
Thera High should they got a big old picture of you in the gym. They need to take that picture down, dog. They need to take that picture down.
All right, man. We
Jesus.
We gonna, you know what? Marlon on here. We gonna do this. We're gonna do like we did last year. Last week. So we got the question of the day today. And that question is, okay, so think of any great player you know, a very good player, a great player. He'd be good or great, or she, the athlete can. And when they were good, very good, or great in their career, maybe even good, but we'll say very good or great in their career, during their career. But while they were playing in their career, every time you saw them play, you were like, man, this joke ain't that good, dog. Who is that for you in any sport, whether it's NFL, NBA, baseball, Major League Baseball, college football, college basketball, tennis, soccer, hockey? Where you gonna go? You laughing, so where you gonna go? Where you going, Mace?
So it's one guy that played for the Atlanta Falcons. First of all, they had the audacity to give him 21. And then they put him in, he played corner. He just talked so crazy. And week in and week out, he would get beat like a drum. He even got spit on. D'Angelo Hall, man. Me, Angelo Hall. This guy.
I'm with you, dog.
I like, okay, outside of the eye test, size, speed, okay, all that. This guy made no play. And then on Hard Knocks, DeAndre Hopkins, tell your ACL, you trying to run.
Oh my God.
I never got the D'Angelo Hall hype. Never. Like, now, why y'all giving him 21? Give him 25. Give him 31. Y'all will put him in prime number?
Prime number.
I never was on board with that. Never, ever.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I
didn't get
never thought he was good.
Yeah, I didn't get it, dude. I did not get it. I never saw it. Never saw it.
I feel you. So my guy, I got, believe it or not, y'all gonna think I'm crazy. Is and he was great. This is a great Hall of Famer, but the guy just like, this dude is not that good. Maybe until like his 8th season. Maybe because I didn't want to give it up to him. I know. Was Tim Duncan?
Hey, you tripping? Yeah, you tripping. The big fundamental gave out work from day one.
I know, but it was just
he wasn't flash enough for you. See, he wasn't flash enough for you, Ralph. He wasn't flash enough. You from Chicago, y'all like he have enough swag for you, dog. Yeah, he played with a jersey out. He never had a haircut. Yeah. You
I just think because I didn't think he was that. I knew he was good in college, but it was just like, and like you said, and I think that's what got me was the fact that he was. It was the yeah.
Denver with burnt toast.
But it was the, like you said, it was he wasn't flashy. He wasn't. It was just simple, and it was like, yo, why can't you? I know he like 7 feet, but y'all could block that shot. You know,
big fundamental.
Yeah, man, you could stop. You just get in front of him. You know, I was that. You know what I'm saying? Like he like, dude, just all you got to do is. But maybe the 8th season, I'm like, yo, this dude is pretty. This dude is, he a beast.
All that man did was win. All that man did was win.
But I was like, I don't know, man. I was just like, this dude is not that good, dog.
All that man did was win, dog.
I just, that's what it was, man. In football, who I thought was like, he wasn't that good. Because you said that was a good one. You D'Angelo Hall. You know who else I thought wasn't that good? Well, I don't want to pick on the Falcons. I thought Ray Buchanan wasn't that good, dog. I thought Ray wasn't. I'm like, this joke ain't that good.
Wasn't. Just talked a lot.
Now
the best thing he did was let none of them film tip drill at the house. That's the best thing he did.
Now he thought he was Deion. Ray
did.
swore with everything.
Yeah, he did.
No, D'Angelo Hall wanted to be Deion. Like, I get it. That's your Ray thought he was Deion, dog.
He thought he was that guy.
Because he was the second cornerback to start. You know, got a showboat and got a.
Yeah, he was
doing that good, man.
He was awful. Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't. He wasn't good at all, man.
It was awful.
I'm trying
now,
to think.
my basketball. Now, you know, everybody wants to say this guy was a baller, but this guy in my book was super average. Super duper average. And we done had a couple of arguments about this, me at the barbershop. Mm-hmm. Mike Bibby.
What? You thought he was garbage?
Average, super average. Nothing special about this game. Nothing. Wasn't blown by nobody. Nobody was scared of Mike Bibby. Again, outside his shoe collection, get Mike Bibby out of here, man.
Oh,
Nothing special about this guy.
Bibby
Couldn't go by nobody. Didn't play no defense, man.
But he was clutch though. He was clutch.
Man, wasn't clutch. That man ain't won nothing. Nothing. Don't tell him about Arizona. Miles Simon carried that team. That was Miles Simon team. He just had the phone posits on for everybody. We fall in love with his sneakers, and that kind of blind y'all from that man game was average.
Right. But he was clutch though, right? Molly was clutch.
He wasn't. He was so clutch that they ran that man up out of here. They told Jeff T, that's your job now, man. Get him out of here. That man don't want to go to practice. All he want to do is drive his Bentley because he the only one with a Phantom in Atlanta at the time. Man, get out of here, man.
But he was old then. You're right. But when he was in Sacramento, he was clutch.
They didn't win nothing.
Okay,
he was so clutch that every time Kobe saw him, Kobe called 4 down. Everybody get out the way. I got him. Get out of here, man.
Okay.
Mike Bibby wasn't nothing, man.
Another basketball player that I thought was like, this dude is garbage. He ain't good. And he was very good at a certain point. He was carrying his team for a minute. At the Magic left and everything. I thought Cedric Ceballos was garbage. I was like, this dude is not good.
I ain't like his music either. I ain't like his music either. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I didn't like Cedric Ceballos. I thought he was like, yeah. I didn't like his.
Refs didn't cheat them up, Marlon. Stop bumping for that dude, man. Stop bumping for that dude. Stop bumping for that guy. He couldn't get it done. Him and that team.
They went to LA to win.
Doug Christian wife was out there calling plays.
Right.
Get that team out of here, man.
A lot of people don't remember she used to.
Man, they laid it out. I actually used to feel bad for Doug Christian. I was like, man.
Yeah, I did too.
Wow.
I'm trying to think, and baseball, who I thought was, well, I know in football, and I'm pretty sure y'all agree with me. We talked about it last week. I thought Danny Werfel was like, I'm just like, this dude is not. Like, man, why are we talking about him?
That man played with so much talent. I mean, he was just throwing the ball to a spot in college.
Yeah, that's all he was doing.
We had Riddell Anthony, Ike Hilliard, Jaquez
Green, yeah.
They had Fred Taylor at running back. Man, whatever.
Yeah, he was garbage. And another person I thought was garbage, or not garbage, like this dude ain't that good, was Ron Dane, dog. I just thought he ran through a hole. That was it. I'm like, this dude, how this dude like get the most rushing yards in NCAA history or something? Like this dude,
because he played all 4 years and they turned around and they averaged 30 carries a game.
And big old lineman, corn-fed lineman, he was running through holes. That's all he was doing, just running holes. HOLES, y'all, not HO. Yeah, okay. But
Ron Dane was not getting touched till he got to the safety.
Bruh. Him and Rashawn Salam. Rashawn Salam did that, won that Heisman Trophy. Like, dude, you're not good. You just sprinting. That's all you doing.
He could never keep his feet. Like, he used to.
Rashawn?
Yeah. Them ankle tackles, like, folks slap it. Like, he fall.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly what I'm saying. I was like, this dude is not good. Rodney Hampton used to be like that. For the Giants, I'll be like, dude, this big dude. I'm like Deion. Like Deion said with not Dane. Who was the guy? Who was the big dude who used to play for the Giants? The running back that played the year when they won the championship. Marlon, you know Jacobs. What Deion say? Somebody just need to hold a life-size mirror and just go just walk with him everywhere he goes. That's all he Oh man, that was Rodney Hampton for me. Like, dude, as big as you are, you going down off ankle tackles? Come on, man.
I can vividly, like I say, I'm not piling on Rashawn Salam. God bless the dead. But it'd be so many times he get outside and like if he just mashed the gas and somebody like this slap his ankle, he fall.
Gone. Yeah, he falling down all the time.
He always jump up and be like, bro.
I remember the Bears picked him up.
You should be in the end zone dancing, dog. What are you doing?
Yeah, Bears pick him up, and I remember the Bears drafted him like this dude garbage.
Yeah, he wasn't it. He wasn't it.
I'm trying to think. And baseball. You know who I thought was like that, dog? I know I'm gonna get killed for this. I met his son. It was dope. I was on the radio on ESPN radio. They invited me and this guy's son. We was on there. It was cool. I thought Cal Ripken was so overrated. I'm like, this joke ain't good.
No.
I used to think he was. I was like, this joker ain't good. What? Why is
man? Man, he was 5'2" baseball player. What are you talking about?
I just thought Cal.
Man, hit for average. That man hit for power. That man was a shortstop forever, and then moved to third base. Man,
I just didn't think. I'm like this dude, and you know what it was though. I can admit. So I was born in Alton, Illinois, right? That's St. Louis is over the bridge,
right?
You know what I'm getting at, right? You say shortstop. You're talking about Cal Ripken, but you say shortstop. Ozzie Smith. I thought Ozzie. So it was like somebody competing with Ozzie Smith, and they, man, this dude ain't good. So it came from that. It really came from that.
Yeah. Okay.
Because Ozzie Smith it came from the hate. Okay, it was more of the hate. It was more of the hate. I can
understand that. Cal Ripken was ahead of his time because shortstops weren't built like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like I say, man, Cal Ripken batting 300. 300.
Mm-hmm.
Cal Ripken, and the fact he played every day, man, that was more remarkable than anything. I mean, his Iron Man, like, because especially like later on when you start having guys who were just, hey, I'm sitting this one out now. He had an obligation. He felt like he needed to play every day. I love that. I got a Cal Ripken Oreo jersey around somewhere. If William ain't stole it, he like black and orange for some reason.
Cal Ripken does did I don't think that still gets enough recognition because it got recognition back then. I don't think it gets enough recognition. I don't think
because we've normalized taking days off. Like we've normalized it. Oh yeah, man, load management, mental health days. Yeah. Man, you don't need to play all 162 games.
Quick story. His son, I said, was talking to son because the son played baseball and went to college and everything. And he said one day, or he even went to the minors. And he said one day he wasn't feeling good. He got hurt, whatever. No, he got hurt and he took off. And he said the whole team was looking at him like, really, dog? For real? For real, dog? This is what we gonna do. For real?
Right.
You taking off? You can't take off your father? Yeah, so yeah, man. But shout out to Cal. But yeah, I thought he was, I didn't think he was good, dog. I didn't, I was like, this dude ain't that. I'm sorry. This is where I was, dog.
That's wild, big dog. That's wild.
That's where I was, man.
That's wild. That's a wild statement. Super wild statement.
That's where I was, dog. I just didn't think they was good. I didn't think he was good. So now that you talked about Bibby, well, that's how you felt. And you mentioned, who was the first person you mentioned? You mentioned football player. You said,
man, D'Angelo Hall.
You didn't think it was not one time that he was like decent?
Who, D'Angelo Hall?
Yeah.
No. So with me, he never found like his own niche. He always wanted to be put in the same breath as Dion. No, but go be you.
Mm-hmm.
Go be you. He wanted to return punch. He wanted to return kick. Right? He did so much whining when he was like, no, that name was D'Angelo. Like
D'Angelo.
me. Angelo, we call him me. Angelo Hall. All about him, dog. All about. Oh yeah, I want to play receiver too. Give me some offensive play. Man, get out of here.
Do you think he should have? Because he came back to play after he got hurt, right?
Yeah, he came back. Yeah.
I don't know how you. That was the most embarrassing,
dude.
Then the fact that it was caught on camera, all of it was footage.
DeAndre Hopkins was like, "Man, I don't even know you, man. Who are you?"
Yep. I don't know you, dog. I don't know you.
And Deion said, "Man, the only person I feel is God.
I feel God, my dude. I feel God.
Man.
What was so crazy was after towards as soon as he did it, hey, I don't start. I just finish it. I don't start, but it was like,
hey man, he put hands on that dude, man. He put hands on Miangelo Hall out there, man. Like bug on somewhere.
Shoot, the hands, he didn't even touch him.
That's what I'm saying. It was like that was a street fight.
It was like, he put hands on the right. Man,
Just straight knockout. Straight knockout, dog. Like you, man, get you out of here.
I would never forget that, dog. I would never ever forget that. Like I would never forget that. But yeah, man. So like I said, I was thinking about that, man. Just like, just people that you just thought just like, oh, this dude ain't, even though they were like, he ain't that good, man. He ain't. I can't see it. Even though he was putting up numbers and
be like, can we cover somebody else? Can we please put the camera on somebody else? Please.
Yeah, that's what it was, dog. Well, all right, man. We're gonna take a quick break, bro, and we're gonna be right back. We got some questions about some injuries and all, man. So we'll be right back.
I could.
Have a sports injury? Need to see an orthopedic doctor? Ortho Atlanta is one of Metro Atlanta's largest orthopedic and sports medicine practices, providing orthopedic and sports medicine care for the whole family. With 37 physicians and 14 offices, the practice provides the highest level of care for injury of muscles, joints, bones, and spine. Ortho Atlanta offers convenient access to a full range of musculoskeletal surgeons and specialists. Ortho Atlanta also offers on-site physical therapy, pain management care, MRI imaging, and workers' compensation care. The Ortho Atlanta surgery centers in Austell and Fayetteville provide cost-effective, same-day surgical procedures in an accredited outpatient center. Hip, knee, shoulder, back pain? Ortho Atlanta has you covered with specialists in all areas. Same-day appointments, orthopedic care for the whole family. Ortho Atlanta, Atlanta's choice for orthopedic and sports medicine care. Learn more at www.orthoatlanta.com.
This is Jamal Lewis, Super Bowl champion, Baltimore Ravens running back, University of Tennessee national champion, born and raised Atlanta, Georgia. You're listening to the 3-Point Conversion.
All right, we are back inside the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge.
I just cursed that young fella out the other day.
Jamal?
Yes, just cursed him out. Fresh curse out. Yeah. It's therapeutic. It was very therapeutic.
I'm not even gonna ask. So
like, don't call me asking questions, then tell me, man, why I call you? Man, bye, boy. Yeah, whatever.
Shout out. All right, man. It's time to bring family in the building. We got family in the building. We got none other than orthopedic for Ortho Atlanta, Dr. Donald Fowler III. What's going on, Doc?
What's up, fellas? Miss you guys.
What up, Doc?
Hey, we not mad, Matt. Man, we know you've been busy and everything, so.
I had my scalpel up here, but somebody took it. But yeah, I was gonna do a couple of cuts people up. Good.
Yeah, I would have rather been hanging with you guys last Wednesday than stuck at the hospital till like 11 p.m. But it is what it is.
The work is the work, Doc. The work is the work.
Real. So, Doc, we got to ask you, man.
Comes with a job.
I don't believe Jason Tatum played tonight, did he? I know he was doubtful. Do we know if he played?
Yeah,
didn't?
I don't
Okay.
know.
see him
I
in the
think they
box
called him.
score.
I actually don't. I don't have the game on, but I think he's out.
Yeah,
Okay.
he DNP.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I saw something that said it was gonna. Yeah, it was officially his first playoff game that he's.
So I want to ask you,
Ooh,
because they say it's a bruise on
we
his right
good?
wrist.
Sorry, connection issues. No.
Are you okay? We can hear you now. They say it's a bruise on his right wrist, but I guess I want to ask you, could it be more than what it is? Like, could this keep him out more than one game, or is it one of them things where it should be able to heal? Because I think they have they playing two more days, so he should be able to play the next game, right? Or is it just it could keep him out another game? I think he's out.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's some. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Good.
I think
Okay, sorry. No, I mean, I think it. Okay, I think it would just have some connection issues. Sorry. No, I think he's gonna. I think he will be back. Hopefully, it's just the one game. I don't think there's anything more than just the bone bruise. It sounds like he was at least out on the court doing some things, and his pain was improving. So I think they're seeing if they can probably get an extra game in. I got to check the score actually to see how they're doing. But I think if they can get him a couple extra days rest, then with like the travel, then I would expect him back by game 3. So.
Now we got to talk Dame Lillard. Him in this blood clot. He was cleared. How does this affect this comeback? And then the second part to it is, does Wembanyama have the same type of injury as Dame, or they're two different things?
Yeah, I mean, technically they were the same thing, just in different areas. Dame's was in his leg, which is the more common place to get a blood clot. Wemby's was in the arm, which is a little more unusual. It's interesting because in general, legs tend to be a little more dangerous. They're a little closer to the whole thing with blood clots. You don't want them going to your lungs and causing a blood clot, which is called a pulmonary embolism in your lungs, because that can actually kill you almost instantaneously sometimes. So, no joke, serious stuff. So the legs are actually a little more dangerous than the arms, which is why I almost found it interesting that when they said his was in his leg, I really thought he was going to be done for the year, and they brought him back quicker than most with, that you've seen with the blood clot, where people usually shut down for the rest of the year.
Right.
Like if this is like a normal person, just like you or me, like the office, you're usually on blood thinners for minimum 3, usually at least 6 months. And so I think his is less than 2 months, if I'm not mistaken. So they must feel pretty confident that clot is completely dissolved. And I'm sure they've been ultrasounding his leg like every day, making sure it's truly gone to clear him, because that's something you can't mess up. If you mess up a blood clot, that's like life or death. So I'd like to think that he's good and that thing is gone, and hopefully he's going to be just fine. So,
and then, first that's kind of scary. I mean, because
it's crazy.
You just wonder, because I remember you said that last time we spoke about it, and you were like, you said you believe that he's probably going to not play for the rest of the playoffs. And he comes back the second game of the first round. Isn't that, I mean, and like you say, they feel very confident, but what could make them feel that confident that quickly then? If like what you were saying beforehand.
Yeah, again, I'm sure they've done several ultrasounds of his legs, checking all the veins, making sure they don't see any blood clots. And they've probably even done a fancy like CAT scan of his chest and lungs just to make sure they don't see anything that did break loose and go up into that, pulmonary area. So I'm sure he's had multiple advanced imaging and scans that shows that all his vessels are wide open. There's nothing there to give him the green light to basically come off the blood thinners, because you can't play basketball on blood thinners. If you fall and something, then you got internal bleeding that you can't stop. That's a whole another issue. So you got to be off the blood thinners in order to kind of basically play a contact sport. So again, those are the things that basically has to be clot free and prove that on the scans, and they have to feel comfortable having him off the blood thinners then, where he can go back out on the court. And obviously they must have checked both those boxes. So
we praying for him, man.
Doc, we know what's happening tomorrow. It's here. NFL draft, baby.
it's here.
It's where 2025 really starts with the draft. Your team, I mean, come on. Great season last year. You guys are only going to get better, Doc. So my question for you, what's going to make you happy tomorrow? What name do you want to hear tomorrow? Or what position do you want to draft in the first round, Doc?
Yeah, so we different perspective going in this year than last year, that's for sure. So,
definitely.
So I mean, last year I was excited for other reasons. I mean, just like, oh man, I think we can get our quarterback. Obviously, that through 1 year has paid off even more than anyone could even imagine. But now it's about truly, finishing out, the team around him. So I think there's truly three big needs for Washington. They don't have a lot of picks because they gave up a couple to get Debo and then Tunsil at left tackle, which I like both of those veteran additions.
Great pickup.
So basically they have like a first and second, and then I think they're out until I think they got a fourth and then a 6th and 7th. So really they kind of got two meaningful picks in the first and second round that could probably produce almost right away. I think their biggest need that they'll probably have to go, because they're picking obviously at the very end of the round, is probably an edge rusher. I think there's a few names out there that are intriguing and very talented that on a lot of the mocks seem to be slipping late. Mainly either Shamar Stewart from A&M or James Pierce from Tennessee. Pierce, I think there were some character concerns, and Stewart is an athletic freak, but it only had 4.5 sacks over his career. So it's kind of why didn't his athleticism translate to stats kind of thing. But I think we need a true edge rusher because we don't have that. So I think that's what will probably go in the first round, assuming a couple of those guys are still there. And then I think we're going to potentially go running back at some point, maybe in the second round. And it's a pretty deep class at running back, even after Genty and Hampton and those guys. So I want to get an edge rusher. I want to get a running back. And if we can get another meaningful DB like cornerback, I'd be happy. Those are the three things that I would like to see out of our draft. So
I like
that. Mad at that. Yeah, I like that.
I like that. And it's crazy because when you have a good football team, and now you just, like I said last year, this is the worst team Jaden Daniels, last year's team, that's the worst team he's going to ever play on.
Right.
And that's crazy to think because they're only going to improve their squad. Oh, my God. So,
that is.
Glad I'm moving out of division. I'm glad I divorced the Cowboy.
Wait, so Doc, hold on. While you here, what are we want you to tell everyone else because they might have missed it Thursday. What is the top 5 teams?
Oh, my final top 5, everybody. Hold on. Let me get my list.
No, what is this?
Let me get
my list. I don't even know what this is. Okay. But Mace, can I ask who have you declared your new NFL fandom?
May 5th. May 5th.
Yeah, that's what he's doing, the top 5. Yeah. So he got
he's on my final top 5.
He's got his top 5, the last 5 that he's going.
My final 5, baby.
Final 5.
As I get ready I'm in the fan transfer report, everybody. So my final 5: the Raiders, the Bills, the Lions, the Rams, and the Falcons. My final 5.
I see the Rams. I understand the Rams.
Yeah.
I can understand the Bills, maybe. Okay.
No.
I definitely understand the Falcons. I could see, you know, I mean, that's,
but the Falcons are quietly in last place though.
Yeah, right.
And the only reason my mama kind of threatened me, so I had to kind of put the Falcons in because my mama threatened me. It was a lot of pressure,
and that's why I say that, because I could see if it wasn't you, it was family members or something like that.
Yeah, my mama told me I can't get pancakes on Sunday if I'll put the Falcons top 5, and I value her pancakes. I like to pull up on Sunday and get pancakes.
Why the Raiders though?
So dog, I've quietly always loved the Raiders. I just love the Raiders uniforms. The silver and black is just so dope. Just the nostalgia of the Raiders, you know, the Raiders. It's just sexy.
Right.
The Raiders are a sexy football team. Now, they're probably not gonna win nothing, but they just sexy. The gear. Come on, the gear. Yeah. Come on, the throwback jerseys with the silver numbers. Yeah. So that's why I had them in there. I love the Raiders. Plus, Ice Cube used to always have a Raider hat on. Ice Cube, one of my favorite rappers. So
Right. Yeah.
It goes
I was saying, Jerry says the Cowboys are going to be making substantive trades. You sure you don't want to stay on the bus?
Jerry doesn't care. Like I said, if he makes another dumb coaching hire, I'm out. It don't get no worse than Brian Schottenheimer. Brian, you gave the keys to the kingdom to a guy who's never been a head coach.
Not just
he's never been a head coach.
And he's
this is also the same guy. He got Mark Richt fired. Like, it was no way possible Mark Richt could get fired at Athens, but he hired Brian Schottenheimer. He got fired.
He's never been good as an OC.
Never. Like, if his last name was like Smith, he wouldn't even be in the NFL. Like, his dad's reputation has carried him throughout his career. Yeah, I'm out. I'm out. I was out. I'm out.
What is Mr. Controversy? What's Chicago doing, and what do you want them to do?
We don't know. And that's why I can't wait till tomorrow. I mean, we're so Bears already have the skill set, the skill position is already so loaded right now with talent, defense, and offense, especially with what we did in the offseason. So
gotta protect Caleb.
Yeah. So what we did with offseason with the Caleb, because we already had the skill set, the wide receivers.
Yeah.
I like the running backs.
You got the O line. You got like 3 new O line.
I like DBs. You know what I'm saying? You know, I safety, whatever. We linebackers. It was just the D line, part of D line, and the O line. So we addressed that in the offseason. So now it's like, do we go first? Best option, because we're at number 10.
10.
9,
I think
10,
it's 10.
10.
I think it's 10.
So it's either we go best option. Usually you can't go best option at 10, but we can go best option.
Get some more linemen.
DN.
Never have enough linemen.
Another lineman.
Can never have enough linemen.
But here's the problem, though. Or not problem. Here's a good thing. We get a lineman in the second round. We get a DN in the second round. Or third. You know, so it's we might trade back. So now they talking. I mean, I doubt Gentry's gonna fall that way, but you know, they talking running backs, and then you never know with Ben Johnson. We saw what he did with the Detroit Lions when they got Montgomery that same offseason, got Montgomery. Next thing you know, then they draft the running back. But this running back turns out to be the best pick probably in the last besides Jayden in the last 10 years to me. You know, so
I don't think Gentry gonna be there. I think Gentry.
No, that's what I say. He's not gonna be there. Yeah, that's what I say. He's not gonna be there. So he's not. I don't think he'll be there.
There's a few mocks that have him even going before the Raiders. So like the Jags.
So the Jaguars. The Jaguars would be crazy not to take an offensive lineman.
Yeah,
you gave Trevor
all the money,
$700 million,
$50 million or whatever.
Yeah, you gotta protect him. Like, why do you? If they take a skilled guy, everybody in Duval County should be like, I'm not playing no PSL. I'm not paying for them tickets.
I'll just say this. I'll say it like this, and we can end it, whatever. And I'll be quiet. But the fact that our GM said this is about to be a wild draft, you think it's going to be that let me know, okay. And you again, you never know with Ben Johnson. I mean, when I think wild is just because they obviously gave Ben what he wanted. They drafted offensive lineman after offensive lineman after offensive lineman, and look what it did. So it's like, and then you get Jameson, look what that happened. Even after getting hurt, it's paying off. So every time he drafts, it plays off. So I'm just excited, man. I don't know, but I'm excited. So I can't wait till tomorrow. You know, I'm probably gonna get in trouble because I think I gotta cover the Falcons thing. So if I be there, but you know, you're gonna see me jump up. Yes, when the Bears, whatever.
Are the Falcons finally gonna draft a defensive player in the first round?
Who knows?
They have to. They
have to, but who knows?
If Ra and Terry Funno want to keep a job past 2025, they better draft a defensive player, and he better be from the SEC. He better be from the SEC.
But I was gonna say, it just can't be a just any defensive player.
Well, the Falcons petty.
No, I know.
They listen to the fans. Why you don't draft nobody from Georgia? So they sent the entire staff, everybody, the cooks, the maids, they sent everybody to Athens. So hey, we down here. We down here.
Yeah.
They're gonna take a Georgia Bulldog just to make sure everybody in this city is quiet.
But it'll be a good pick though. Whatever it is, it should be a good pick. So
as long as it's not a running back or a wide receiver.
Yeah. So I think they go defense. I mean, and I wouldn't even be surprised if they mess around and took Loveland from Notre Dame. I mean, from Michigan.
You see the Falcons say
right in
when they pick, they take Ashton Genty. Like, what are you gonna do? Run the wishbone?
Right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who knows, man? Like we just gonna. I'll be there for that. So we're gonna see, man. But
if Terry want to keep his job, if Ra want to keep his job, because Ra should be on the biggest hot seat ever.
After 1 year?
No, they threw away a 6-3 lead. And he knew his quarterback was hurt and kept rolling him out there. That's coaching.
Yeah.
That's coaching.
It could be.
Ain't no could be. That's coaching.
So yeah. Well, all right, Doc, man. We appreciate you, man. We'll talk next week. We'll get see who's happy and see who's when is your when you taking your team?
It's May 5th. It's May 5th.
Yeah. Well, I can't say.
This will be the first year I can watch the draft without worrying about like high blood pressure. I don't have to drink this draft. I'm actually probably gonna grill. Cause now I'm not gonna be stressed. I'm gonna be sitting here like the last few drafts. I'm sitting there like.
That's why I say I can't wait. I'm excited.
I'm be stress free tomorrow.
I can't wait.
I don't have no dog in the fight tomorrow.
And honestly, that's how I feel, Mace. I feel like because we can't miss this pick. I don't think we will because no, I'm kind of stress free. Like No.
Now, don't say you can't miss because you can miss.
You can miss, but you can
miss.
You can miss after the fact. I'm talking about on draft night. It's draft nights where we missed. Like, dude, what are we doing? Come on.
Yeah.
Really, Trubisky? You know what I'm saying? Like on draft night.
Should have took Deshaun Watson's.
Yes.
Should have took Deshaun Watson.
On draft night, I've been stressed, but that's why I say I don't feel like I'll be stressed. Now, maybe during the season, it'd be like, what? Man, this dude not good, but. You hit or miss sometimes. I don't,
Ain't it crazy that during that draft, Deshaun Watson was the most can't miss prospect in that entire draft, and look where we are today.
Look where we are today. So maybe maybe we dodged one. I don't know, but we probably did. So
I don't know if them in massage parlors in
Chicago.
In Chicago.
Not some bad ones there, but all right.
It might have been a good thing for the sun. It might have been.
All right, Doc, man. We're gonna let you go, man.
All right,
guys.
We'll see you next week, man.
Yeah, see you next week.
All right. Hey, it wasn't no bad ones. We ain't got no ones with some bad ones doing
Hey, man. That Deshaun, I can still remember when that news broke. I was like, man, y'all got to be kidding.
Yeah, that was.
And then it got worse every day.
Every day it got worse. It was, and you ain't want
to. They just start adding up the numbers. I'm like, how many people he had besides them? My God.
But the crazy thing was, you had people jumping from Bill Cosby's lawsuit to Deshaun's lawsuit. So it was. That's why it was so many numbers. Dude, let's get on this train.
Yeah, they done capped out on Bill. Who gets sued?
Right.
Yeah, put me in on that.
Right. Let's get on this. Right.
Let me get on that. Yeah, that
Yo,
dude,
man.
that was a sad time for me, man. Cause everybody know Deshaun is my guy.
Yeah, and just everybody
I mean,
loved Deshaun. He was
my
likable. He was, yeah.
$1 million smile, just good looking guy. It's tough. It's tough.
Hey, man. Speaking of tough, man, this NBA playoffs. Have you noticed that it's a lot of animosity going on towards these playoffs, bro?
And I'm here for it because I'm tired of
Right.
everybody dapping each other up and
Right.
showing so much love and they going out to dinner and they all on Instagram together. No, hate that man. Hate him. Hate him.
No, you're right. You're right. And that's my thing is like, it's just good to see. It's good to see that. It's good to see. And then the games that is happening there, it's been some meaningful games. You know what I'm saying?
So,
like to see them talking, even last night, to see Dame and Halliburton go at it. Then see, like who goes at Siakam? When does Siakam?
Yeah,
and Siakam.
I'm here for
going at it. Portis.
I didn't know Halliburton was a tough guy like that, man. Halliburton, tough guy. I was like, okay.
I didn't know either.
I love it. I love it.
But it's cool to see, and you know they got respect for it. Like they don't like each other, the teams.
Yeah,
but, you know, Dame and Halliburton probably got respect for Dame, but basketball right now we don't care.
Yeah.
Even when
don't nobody want to go to Cancun. Don't nobody want to go to Cancun.
Nobody trying to go to Cancun.
What's my on me? Cancun on 3.
What's my guy name? In Denver, guard
Jamal Murray.
When Jamal Murray punked your boy, did you see that when he lifted him up with one arm?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, that was so embarrassing, dog. But to see them go at it, you know what I'm saying? And it's just it's good. It's good for, like, this is what we grew up on. It's not that we want to see fights, but we just want to see, hey, we're not friends. That's when you compete.
Bad blood. Nothing wrong with a little bad blood. I'm here for it. I am here for it.
It makes the game more interesting. It makes the teams go at each other more and harder. So what team right now, when you look at the NBA, and NBA playoffs so far, what is the team, I guess you feel like is you're I don't want to say surprised at, but it's got your attention the most right now. Like, it's really got your attention.
And it's kind of a bad thing. The Memphis Grizzlies just not competing at all. I mean, they're not even close, and that's a bad brand. It's like you're asking yourself, why are they even in the playoffs? Like, they look, it's like they don't know how to run plays right now. Nobody getting offensive rebounds. I mean, they're getting outworked. Like, opening night, the first game one. I mean, you were down by 52 basically the whole night. And then in game 2, I mean, you couldn't get it under 20. And you're sitting there like, okay, I thought Ja was a star. I thought Jaren Jackson is, considered just a defensive guy. They're not even they're not even in the same universe as OKC. I mean, period.
Yeah, that's
my biggest problem. Like, they're not even competing. Like, hurry up and get that series over with. It's crazy.
What team are you most impressed with?
OKC. When I look at this team, and I think I think people forget how young they are. The rotations that they throw at people. I mean, they out here, they 9-10 deep.
Right.
And when we talk about their youth, they're led like these young boys never get tired. they just up and down. And you got to think about game one. Ja wasn't even on. I mean, not Ja. SGA wasn't even on.
Yeah.
And I mean, they ran the people out. SGA had a terrible game one. Ran the folks out the gym. You sitting there like,
but I was at
just imagine if he played his game.
We were at the Braves game, man, and one of the guys had it on a laptop, and we were talking, yeah, man, because if Michael Harris, bro, is that score right? We were like, they beat about 50 points. Like, we couldn't believe it.
Right.
I had to check to see if Ja played. Like, maybe Ja didn't play.
No, Ja was out there. So I had the game on, but I had the volume. So I just, when I walked back for across TV, so at like third quarter, and all I saw was 49. I said, that must be we only got 49 on the shot clock.
Mm.
They only got 49 points late in the third quarter. I was like, terrible. Just terrible.
I'm gonna tell you, okay. So the team that I'm most impressed with, I gotta pick two. First one is the Detroit Pistons.
They got a star, man. Cade Cunningham like that.
That team, Cade Cunningham is that dude. That's a grown man now.
Cade Cunningham is like that.
Yeah, and then just the way they play, they're grimy, they're tough, they're physical, but they know how to play, and they play together. They're young. They almost remind me, believe it or not, they almost remind me of a young Detroit Pistons team. Only thing is they got a bona fide star. Not saying that Isaiah wasn't a star, but one thing I like about Isaiah was a star, but Isaiah held his talents back a lot.
Yeah.
Because he was, let me go ahead and I would pass it.
It was for the betterment of the team.
Yeah, whatever I need to do. But they played together. And that's what Detroit, that's how they play. You know what I'm saying? They like that. They got wannabe Debo on that team. They're always trying to. So it's I like Detroit. I'm very impressed. The fact that they should be up 2-0. I know we shoulda, coulda, woulda, but no, they were up on the Knicks last game and lost it. And they almost lost. I mean, the first game, they almost lost this one, but they won. But they're really beating the Knicks.
And you know this better than anybody. Tibbs gonna. I mean, he gonna find a way to throw the series away with his rotation. Yeah. Jalen Brunson be like, dude, I can't play 54 minutes. Like, I play 4 days. I'm trying to tell you, I ain't getting no break.
I ain't get no break. Yeah, you ain't. That's one thing about Tibbs, dog. But the other team I'm impressed with are the Golden State Warriors, and I'm gonna tell you why. Right now, Mace, I feel like this team can go deep. Like, they can go deep in the playoffs. Yeah. Why? Yeah. There's one thing that they were missing that they had beforehand. Not as good as this person, but when they won them 2 with Durant, they got another closer. Yeah. So right now, if you doubling Curry, not even that, because this is what Durant was. Even with Clay, all of that. But when the game got to the point where, okay, either Curry couldn't make a shot or the offense seemed like it was just rushing, they weren't playing the offense, Durant was the one that could get the ball, let's slow it down, be at the elbow, and get a shot.
Yeah.
Jimmy is that person now.
Yeah.
That's what you see Jimmy doing.
This would even make it dope for Jimmy, because this is probably the first time that Jimmy he can play a more free game, because you got to pay step attention. So he not getting the double teams. People not flashing him so much. Like, so when he gets the ball and you got Steph running off all them crazy picks, Jimmy can really operate knowing that, hey, they gotta respect that. They gotta, I mean, you can't let Steph look at the basket. You can't. So he's being able to play an even more efficient game, because everywhere he's been, playoff Jimmy's been the guy. So you had to kind of lock him up or try to,
right.
He's the guy, the focal point. He's not the focal point, which giving him more freedom.
Yep.
Man,
and you getting fouls. He go up even if he don't get a shot. He's drawing fouls, going to the line. He's just, and then the way he plays defense and the way it just seemed like right now. This is a team that's in the playoffs that it might be hard to beat them 4 times in the series because you got all that knowledge. I mean, we know playoff Jimmy. We know about Curry. Draymond's defense is so great. Like this dude.
Well, yeah, I mean, because now because they don't need him to score now. He can really focus. He don't have to
bring the ball up and run the offense.
He don't have to be part of that no more. Now, at this point, dude, now you can go be the defensive stopper that you are. Call it a day.
But this is the thing that killed me though. And I'll move on from that. I'll leave them alone. What's the guy that's starting? Hold on, I'm about to tell you now. It is what's his name? Podzimski.
Oh yeah.
That dude is so like, bro, you can't take a mid-range jumper. He get inside the 3-point line. He got an open shot. He looking to pass it, like shoot it.
He in triple threat position. He like, somebody move. Somebody go get this ball.
That just killed me,
Let
man.
me hand this thing off. Let me hand it off.
That just killed me with that. But yeah, those are the 2 teams I'm impressed with.
Yeah,
those are 2 teams. Hey, but I want to show you something real quick. Hold on 1 second. Here we go. Let me show you this, and wait. Let me get this. Try to get this audience in because I know they're gonna be. All right, so let me show you this. And I was there for this. I wonder what you thought about this. I don't know if I wish I could see his face right now when this happened. All right, here we go. Hold on. Let me put this up. Okay.
This is bad timing, but you probably heard about what Ronald said. What's your reaction and what was the team's
I didn't have any. I mean, I don't do social media, number one. And I heard about it as I was walking to the dugout. Heard something was up, and then I came in and they said it was down. I haven't talked to him, so I don't know.
That was what we were asking last night about Kelnick, because it was kind of the same situation as Acuna's. I know Acuna's wasn't the first.
All different. They're all different. All the situations when they happen, they're all different.
Yeah.
And I addressed it with Jared.
What do you think made Acuna's incident different from Jared's?
It's just timing and all of everything. I think there's no blanket thing doing that. Quite honestly, if you want to know the truth, I wasn't watching that play. I knew he got thrown out at second. I didn't see it till this morning, and then I talked to him about it.
Okay. Because you had said during Acuna's incident that it's unacceptable.
It's
unacceptable for guys not to run. You still feel that way?
You don't run, and it's a big time like that. Yeah, but I quite honestly, I don't look for him to not do it because he plays with his hair on fire all the time and he's laying out. And I didn't know it till I saw this morning. I went in and I looked at it when I got here, and then I had a discussion with him, and we got it squared away.
So, if y'all don't know what happened, Gerald, thought he hit a home run, and he slowed down or whatever. And then next thing you know, he thought it was gone. He missed it, and then he tried to go for second and got caught out. Right? Acuna tweeted when that happened. Oh, see, I forgot what he exactly said, but basically it was like, if that was me. Now, see, if that was me, how they've done me, I would have been the bad guy. I'd have been cussed out or whatever. Everybody saw it. Then he went and he deleted it, of course. But everybody saw about it.
Yeah.
So that's what they were. This is the next day, and that's night, or it was the day because it was Sunday, Easter. That's when they were asking them.
Yeah.
Mace, when everybody was going crazy over this, what he said, the fact that he was like, first he said they're two different incidents. And he's like, how? He's like, everything's different. How was it different when you scolded Acuna? And I understand Acuna, Freddie did it too. I scolded him, but y'all scolded this guy for doing that. No place in baseball for that, which is we're not mad at that. We're not saying you were wrong for that. Then when he does it, it was nothing. And you say, well, all right, well, I wasn't watching the play. I didn't watch the play. Actually, I didn't watch the play. Now it's like you making excuses, and it's So I'm gonna ask you: is this something you feel like can mess up the clubhouse?
Not really. So,
or could it help it? I mean, because this cause.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Snit from the Bobby Cox school. That when I was watching the whole time, I thought I was watching Bobby Cox. So he learned from Bobby Cox. Bobby Cox. So both guys, Acuna is always going to be judged differently from other guys simply because he's one of the best baseball players, period. So whenever Acuna does something, it's going to be looked at, it's going to be scrutinized way different than any other player. So when he says that, again, it's a super Bobby Cox answer. But you talk about this guy versus the best player in baseball. We expect the best player in baseball to hustle, This guy, learning experience, he'll learn from this. No big deal. But also it shows you, because you brought up Freddie, it was more leadership on that team. That Freddie was the elder statesman, and Freddie held everybody to a standard.
Right.
Who holds this team, anybody on this team, to a standard? This team just seems to be, this team kind of young, so it's like we're all learning. Whereas Freddie took the reins from Chipper. We don't really know who's that guy because Freddie got out of here. So I mean, right. Olsen hadn't been here long enough. Ozuna hadn't been here long enough. Mike Harris young. Albies kind of young, and then he ain't gonna jump on nobody.
Boy.
Ain't gonna jump on Acuna.
Right,
So
right.
It's nobody in that locker room, in that club, what they call club. Nobody in that clubhouse to be like, okay, I'm the voice of reason. We have to do X, Y, Z. This is the standard. So I mean, I think that's the biggest part of it. If it was a seasoned vet in the locker room, then I think more would have been done. But again, Snit in true Bobby Cox fashion. I mean, you guys are making a big deal about it. I didn't even see the play. I'm sure you didn't, because you probably somewhere looking at that dumb lineup card that you be sitting out there with your fire.
And I asked him about Michael Harris being at the bottom too.
Yeah,
at the bottom of the lineup, like he's usually good right there, and he was like, "Yeah, he is. That's good.
Where he belongs. That's
See,
where
today,
he belongs."
And he bought out today, but he started leadoff. He did, he was leadoff today. He did.
Probably
had
5.
No, he had 3 hits today. He bought out today.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he had 3 hits.
He probably not trying. He probably telling himself, "I'm bad knife. I'm bad knife."
So let me ask you this: do you think, because you touched on a good point, do you think that's the reason why they've had such a slow start? I mean, I know the bats have been down or whatever, but
because everything, that and then like now your table settled out there.
Right.
The guy who really make that thing go, he's not there. And when he cleared and when he's able to come back, that's like I said, that's when I'm gonna start judging this team. Because now you got the guy who making everything work. The lineup just not the same without 13 in it. It's just not.
So I don't know if he can be or not, but can he jump in that leadership role? Or in the next few years, I'll say. I ain't gonna say now, but
at some point, because it's almost gonna be just thrust upon him because he's the best player on the team.
right.
So
Like, when does he take
at
that?
some
Yeah.
point he's gonna have to understand. Look, this ship is sink with me. We either gonna stay on course, it's gonna sink. And I think because they won the World Series without him, I think he was just kind of like, maybe it ain't me. Maybe it ain't me. But you just perfect signings. Soler, Jock Peterson, just perfect signings for what they had going then. Then when he gets hurt again, you kind of see, we made moves, it didn't work.
Didn't work.
So now he has a little more cachet. And again, once he comes back and the tempo is gonna change, that flip they just say that gonna flip the switch, all these different things. At some point he's gonna have to be like, it's my team.
It's my team. Yeah.
Everybody looks at it as my team.
Right.
Like he's not even playing and all the networks like, well, hey, don't judge this team till Acuna get back.
Right.
That's when we're gonna start judging this team. So I mean, that's the price when you're the guy. That's the price of it.
Hey, before we end the show, does he have any name?
Who?
Acuna.
Nah, they call him L something.
No, we need it.
Yeah,
Acuna's swag is so sick.
Swag. Yeah, swag.
So we got to come up with a name, dog.
We gotta give him a nickname.
We got to give him a nickname.
He got he got like this little thing that they call. But nah, it's nothing catchy.
Nah, he got to get a nickname, dog, because his swag is sick. His swag is crazy. Yeah, his that's what made me think of that. All right, man. Well, look, bro, another great show.
Yeah, Draft E, man. Draft E again.
Draft
I can
is
watch
coming.
the draft tomorrow with no pressure. I can't wait, man. For the first time in a long time, I had no pressure to watch the draft. I'd be like, no, I ain't even got to worry about it.
I just felt like I said, first time I trust what they're gonna do. Whatever they're gonna do, I trust it.
Good
and
feeling.
I feel like
That's
we can't go wrong.
Yeah.
It might not work out, but we can't go wrong. You're gonna hit or miss all the time. Like that ain't going,
crap shoot. This is the biggest crap shoot.
But
seven.
Right. I'd rather you miss with 2 dice in your hand versus, you know what? I'm good enough. I'm gonna just roll this 1 dice and try to get a 7. Like, dog, what you doing? And I just felt like times we've been there, it's like, here we go. You nervous? You just, they about to say the name. You like, yeah, I feel that, man. That time they called Trubisky name, I remember I was making. It was about to call now. I was making wings. I'm like, all right, are they gonna call us? Are we traded? Are we traded? What we trade for? Like, oh man, who we gonna get? We getting Deshaun? Miss Trubisky. Yeah. Even though Trubisky's my guy. You know, he wasn't that good. He was my guy. But I'm saying when I found out, it was like,
dude,
we got fleeced, dog.
Dude, that's just like when that year when Jerry was anybody who listened, he was like he wanted to take Johnny football off. What make you think that Johnny football gonna work in Dallas?
Right.
Super sick. I was like, man, this dude a clown, man. This dude a clown.
Who did y'all end up taking that year?
It don't matter because it wasn't no good. But it wasn't Johnny football. It was not. We took the damn lineman. One of them damn linemen.
Okay.
Which was say the one thing he can draft is lineman.
Lineman, yeah.
He can draft lineman. I don't know what he see. He can draft lineman. He can't draft nothing else.
Yeah, he knows his line. Yeah.
Then he wanted Paxton Lynch that year. It's just
like
I said, I'm so glad I'm off that narcotic dog.
All right, man. Well, look, y'all hear this music. And it's time to let you go. Before we let you go, we have a couple of shouts out to Facebook, and you might be part of it. I want to give a shout out to Almighty God for giving me the platform to do what I do, say what I say, make you all upset, mad, happy, want to give me the stop it button. I definitely appreciate it, God. Also, I want to give a shout out to my dog, my guy Mace. Appreciate you, dog. Anything you got to say, man?
Everybody, just be a good person. And don't be texting people. Don't be texting people, everybody. You ain't learning nothing else. Don't text people. Call them back. Call them back.
Yep, call them back.
Yeah, if you think you're going to say something crazy, read it and just think. Somebody may screenshot that and send it out somewhere else. You don't want no problem.
Yeah, man. Also, man, we want to shout out to Dr. Donnie Fowler III coming on. Appreciate Doc. Good to have him on. Also, shout out to Cortland Griffin. Make sure y'all follow him, man. On all social media platforms. I think it's the C. Look up Cortland Griffin. Just look up Cortland Griffin because he changed it. I know, but
can't wait to get his Cam Ward updates when OTAs and stuff start.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. Yeah, definitely. Also, man,
I swear Cam Ward gonna be a bust. I swear he gonna be a bust.
I ain't gonna say he's gonna be a bust, but I
swear he's not gonna be good.
You gotta go to the right situation. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, man, shout out to my guys, man, everybody in the chat room, Marlon, Lisa. Shout out to Jacob. Shout out to Cortland who was in there. Shout
Jacob's
out to Vince. Yeah,
Jacob's
wild. You know, Jacob. That's how you do, man. It's just Jacob wild. All right, man, and definitely shout out to my lovely children, my nieces, nephews, uncles, aunties, cousins, brothers, sisters, grandparents, play cousins. Hey, man, love on family. Let people know that you love them. Let them feel it while they still be able to feel it. Hey, eat good, drink responsibly. Like they say, be a good person. Just be a good person. That's it.
Just be a good man. Just be a good person.
That's all you gotta do.
End of the day, man. That's what matters out here, man.
That's what matters. Yep.
So when people start talking crazy about you, they be like, "Well, he's a good person." You know what, man? He ain't did that.
Yeah, good person. Right. Yep.
He ain't did that.
Go a long way. Also, man, continue to watch sports. You got the NBA playoffs going on. You got NHL playoffs. You got Major League Baseball. You got the NFL draft.
All weekend.
All weekend. Until next week, same time, same show, same crazy host, same sports nonsense. When you miss me, I'm out. Peace.
You.
What up, y'all? You know who it is, your boy Kiss. Right now, you checking out the 3-point conversion.